Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. If you would like to plant a seed on this channel, you could do that at my Cash App or my PayPal. If you would like to leave any information for this channel or any comments, please do that down below, but keep it positive and clean. And thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be a messenger of the light of wisdom and knowledge. Today we're going to talk again, and I haven't done this in a while, about sex trafficking, because the Creator, Father God, the Holy Spirit put it on my heart very heavy today, and I've been watching a lot of videos, all right? True videos of truth, okay? First I want to say, I feel so bad, all right, for any children, any women or men, because there are men too, but not as many. More obviously, there's a lot more women and children. That I am so sorry for the people in this world that do that, and how sorry that I am that there's still people, children, women, men, that are out there that need to be saved. All right. So I'm going to talk right now, and this first part is going directly to every country. There's no country excluded, where I'm talking to every country right now. Okay. And I am the messenger, okay? So I'm relaying to you what's been told to me. This is my job, okay? They want you to know, first of all, and they know that each country, the government, the police, and different people are involved with this sex trafficking, okay? So, this message is specifically going to tell you that they know each one of you by your name. They know each one of you by your face. You are going to be more accountable than those people that are stealing these children, women, and men, okay? You're going to be more accountable because, one, many of you are involved. Two, you're allowing these type of acts to be done to humanity. Okay? Three, many of you are involved in it, as far as getting money and allowing it to go back and forth. And four, for not being rulers and presidents and mayors and senators and aldermen of your countries and your towns and cities. All right? Because you are accountable. Why are you accountable? Because you were given these seats to take care of your people. But yet, in every country, sex trafficking is happening. Children are getting kidnapped. Women are getting kidnapped and stolen. Boys, men are getting kidnapped and stolen. And you're allowing sex trafficking, not all of you, but a lot of you, to be happening in your countries, like I said, your towns, your cities, and you're not doing anything about it because many of you are involved in it. All right. There are rules that have been made since before time, since before life to life. All right, there's rules that planet Earth, that humanity has to follow, and many of you have broken those rules. Many of you have sat back and allowed things to go on without doing what is right and just for those poor children, for those poor women, for those poor boys or men, like I said, because there are some, boys and men, all right? And you sit back and you watch and you allow people to do these things in your countries, in your states, in your towns, in your cities, and you do nothing. It's either you do nothing or you sit there and you're involved just as much as these pimps, these sellers, these people with money that think that they could sell humans that are not theirs, but feel that they can still rob, cheat, and kidnap and use humanity as meat, a piece of meat. That's all it is to them. A piece of meat that they can make money out of. So you need to ask yourselves, what has happened in humanity? What have we done that this has taken place? And the videos that the Creator had me watching, the Holy Spirit and Jesus had me watching, was a lot of movies on trafficking in different countries, all right? There's no country excluded, okay? So, know that you're going to be accountable, all right? Even if you were just the one that transported them from one place to another, you are going to be accountable. Nobody's excluded. I don't give a damn if you were the one feeding these people. You're going to be accountable. All right? Then I want to go on to say, you as presidents, there was a lot of videos that I saw there. These countries, all right, are very poor. All right, not a lot of money, not a lot happening there. Very, very poor, like I said. And you leave your people, not too many options. There's not too many options for these humans on the table because of the countries that you're ruling. Okay. So they have to find ways to, for one, feed themselves, for two, clothe themselves, for three, pay their bills, take care of their kids, have, medicines, have vehicles, have, money to wash clothes, so on and so forth. You're getting my hint, okay, presidents? Now, first of all, I don't even know how half of you have even got the right to sit in a president's chair, because the videos that I have seen from these different countries, you are despicable. You are despicable. You are disgusting, and you sicken not only me, but many people up above. And I'm joking because, a lot of people don't want to hear this, but you're going to hear it. Very, very sad. Things have got to change, okay? Use our presidents for a reason. Your people should not have to feel like they are struggling. Okay, we're getting into a whole nother topic here, and I'm really not trying to get off the topic, but I'm just giving you a little synopsis of leading to why these kidnappings, this sex trafficking, stealing, killing, and all these things start happening, okay? So you need to reevaluate what is important, all right? You are in charge of these countries and humanity, each state, each country, each city, and things have got to be changed. And they will be changed, okay? I am here to tell you they will be changed. Things like this will not go on in the new earth, okay? Things like this, you won't, believe me, many of you won't even make it to the new earth. Let me just put it to you like that. Because the disgusting, evil, vicious, greedy, just very evil individuals that you are, for even thinking that you could allow people to kidnap people, that you could make this a worldwide economy to steal children, women, men, and young boys. I mean, it's despicable. It's sickening. That's why I'm coughing, because there's so many people, they don't want this to come out. But see, when something's supposed to come out, it's got to come out. I don't care if I sit here and choke all day. Things have got to change. Now, another point. Many of these videos that I have watched, these are all news channels, okay? So, a lot of this, and I know this without even watching videos, all right? I know this without even hearing, which makes me even sicker because I know, okay? A lot of police and government officials, they're just involved. If anything, they're more involved than the people that are lower beneath them and whatever in this sex trafficking ring and all this stuff in each country. Each of you, they know you by your name, they know you by your face. You will be accountable. Okay? Many of you need to turn your back, and you need to, and I'm talking about like now, get out of that, clean your hands, ask the Lord to forgive you, but just know that you're still going to face karma. Either way, you have to face karma for what you have done to these people, to these children, to these women, to these young boys and these men. You will be accountable. This is why this video is being made, because they told me I needed to do it. And when God tells me to do something, I have to do it. He tells me He is my boss. He pays me. Okay? Now I want to go on to say, this is for every family around the world. Every family in every country and around the world. Pay close attention to everybody that's around you. All right? Close attention. You pay attention to your children, pay attention to your wives. Make sure you guys, that you are very intelligent and that you're paying attention to everything. All right? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it 100 and tell you like this. You shouldn't even trust your own damn shadow. Okay? I'm gonna keep it 100, because this is the way the world has come, and yes, it's trying to get better and do better, and believe me, it will. Even if you don't think so, it will. Almost all of these people are going to be removed. They will not be on the same planet. Definitely won't be on the new earth, like I said. That's not going to happen. That's dead. But watch your children. They target our women and our children, on the computer, on every site. You think, oh, it's so cute. Okay, come on, let's go on TikTok and let's do this and do that. Let me tell you something. These are the places where they're watching your kids, they're watching your daughter, your teenage daughter. They're watching grown women. If they feel that you're pretty and they can sell you for a few thousand, a few million, or whatever, like a piece of meat, they're going to do it. So think about that when you women are on these computers and you're showing your bodies, flaunting yourselves, acting like you're cute. thinking you're all this and that, because all you're doing is putting yourself out there for these people that sex traffic, and they're like, oh, find out where she lives, find out who she is, find out where she goes every day, because guess what? I want her and we need that. That's money right there. And here the whole time, you and your little, teenage daughters or whatever, you thinking it's cute, to do this, to do that. I'm telling you, think again. Y'all better start learning how to protect yourselves from these computers. Y'all need to start protecting yourself and paying attention to who you're around. Because one video that I saw, it specifically targeted a friend that sold his own friend's girl that was pregnant on top of that. Okay? And that was sick. You know what I mean? It's just sick. But thank God God gave that man conviction, and he felt bad for his friend, and he ended up trying to help his friend to get that woman back. But you want to know, you want to know what? It took a long freaking time for them to even get that woman back. And once she came back, she was all messed up. And no, she did not have that baby. That baby, they killed that baby. All right? So you need to pay attention to everybody. All right? I don't care if it's your own brother, your own mama, your own sister, your cousin, whatever. Don't do it. Don't trust your kids around nobody. All right? If you know that this, especially when you leave them at daycare schools, you make sure you know exactly who's taking care of them. They got license, they registered, they got this, they got that, pay attention. If you notice that somebody's always friendly with your children, with your teenage daughter, and you're a woman, that somebody's, they looking at you all pretty and this, like they say, what you do, pay attention to what you do. Because when you go out at night, you going out at the time when the devil's people's out. You going to these clubs and these bars and all these places where majority of these people, if you're not with other friends or family and you're by yourself, I mean, I've gone out by myself, but I'm like a whole detective and a cop and a killer all at once. So that's a different story for me. But that's because I went through a lot of this shit that these people went through. Okay? The only thing, I wasn't kidnapped or whatever. I was, on drugs. I went out there and I did what I had to do. On the streets. I know the streets up and down, and the streets know me. I've met some of the biggest drug dealers. A little bit different situation, okay? Yes, I've been kidnapped, but I got my ass out of there the next day, because it's just what it was, okay? It was just an experience for me to see. All of this I went through because it was meant for me to go through all of it, because I needed to see what humanity, what they go through, how they think, what they do, and so on and so forth, all right? This is my contract with God. So anyways, pay attention to your families. Pay attention to yourselves, all right? And then a lot of these videos, people were able to, some of them, they were able to, find them and get rescued. But a lot of them, it's so ugly, because it's like so many of them end up with, HIV or diseases that they can't get rid of. These children, these women, and these men, they don't ask for these things. They didn't ask for this. So how dare you, as another human being, think that you could kidnap them or sell them or traffic them like you're their pimp, like you own them. They're not a fucking car, okay? That you could just own them because you want to. No. I mean, ask yourselves, when does this stop? When does this stop? Ask yourself that. You need to be asking yourself that, because it's ugly. It's not right. And then you sit here and you watch these videos, and all of a sudden, you see some other things, and it's like you start seeing like, wow. In these videos, I'm not playing. They were literally showing how the police in some of these countries it's like they were working with these people too. It's like, or they don't do anything. Because, the countries, all messed up. They very, poor country. They don't have nothing. So, to you presidents again, there needs to be order in your countries. And I'm not talking about you controlling people. No. You should never have to control people, all right? What you're supposed to do is help your people. To bring knowledge and wisdom. To bring love and peace, harmony, all right? We have enough problems on this planet. We shouldn't have to be worried about people kidnapping, sex trafficking, stealing kids. It's like you've made this your own economy. It's sickening. You go to other countries, you steal kids or women or men, whatever. Then you take them all the way to, six or seven countries over. And you sell them like they're candy. Some of these women said they had to do acts 10, 15 times a day. I know what that is, like I said, because I've done that. But I ran myself. See, there's a difference. I controlled me. Nobody controlled me. But you know why? There's a difference. Because I would never let nobody control me. The only one that will ever be able to control me is God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Those are the only. If you're not one of those three, you might as well give it up, because it ain't happening. But see, these women, they didn't have that choice, okay? They were kidnapped, brought to other places, 11, 10, 11, 12. Probably haven't even got their period, poor girls haven't even got their menstrual period yet. That's like, my if that was to happen to my granddaughter or one of my sons or one of my, it's not right. It's the ugliest thing I have to say known to man. All right. And this is why I have a lot of women's groups on my Facebook. This is why I am a leader for women. Okay. Different situations, like I said, because these poor people, they get kidnapped, they get sold. Some of them, they get sold 3, 4, 5, 6 over and over again. Until they're like this one video said, until they're no longer any use to these people and can't make no money. One, they could get any type of disease that doesn't go away. Nobody wants them. Two, or their body ends up being messed up, or they can't make babies. All type of things. Once they don't need you anymore, they throw you away like a piece of garbage. Like, oh, well, bye. You can go back home now. We're already done using you. We don't need you anymore. You can go back home now. All fucked up, Not only if you're sick. Shit, that's just a little part of it. You come back. When they come back messed up emotionally, mentally, physically. They're not right in their minds anymore. Why? Because you evil motherfuckers, and I'm going to say it like that, think that you could sell and kidnap people that are not even yours, that you didn't even bring into this world. And a lot of yous, I know, honey, because I've been watching for a while, long time now. A lot of yous need to be ashamed of your own selves, because you got your own children at home. You got your own wife at home. You got sisters, you got mothers, you got nieces, you got nephews, you got godchildren. And then you sit there, you smile in your family's face, and you smile around people that your friends. And here you are, all a part of this sex trafficking ring, collecting money, stealing, kidnapping, killing, just doing the ugliest things. And the Creator's not happy. I'm telling you right now, he is not happy with you all. He is not happy with you all. You know, and then in some of these other countries, you know, some of these poor women, they were able to go back home, but they live in such poor countries. You know, this one lady, her brother was dying because they were getting chemicals in their body and they had to be moved out of their house. The whole family was sick, and she didn't want her brother to die. So you know what ended up, how her mind was? That she was going to go and prostitute and use her body the way that they had her, to make money, because she didn't want her brother to die. But see, I understand where she's coming from. See, she doesn't have a good country with jobs, with help, with what she needed or her family needed. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. If you are a president and you got any type of chemicals killing people, and you know this is going on and you're sitting your ass back and you're not doing nothing as well, you're also going to be accountable. She shouldn't have to go sell her ass to help her family because of the chemicals that you're responsible for, because you're running that country. See, that's a whole nother topic. I could take this all over the place, but I'm just giving you little nips and pieces of what I was getting. But right here, we're talking about sex trafficking. So now she feels like, since she was sex trafficked, all those years kidnapped, now her family's in a situation, she finally was able to go home, but yet she lives in such a fucked up country that's poor, and chemicals and shits are going all in their bodies and killing them, and nobody's doing nothing about it. Well, I might as well go back to over there, or to that, you know, or to the city or wherever I can to continue to sell my body, so I could try to save my brother, because I don't want him to die. So I can have at least send some money for my family and my kids and the rest of them, so they won't have to starve and suffer. They can keep a roof over their head. You understand where I'm coming from? This is so big. This is a topic that is so big, we could expand it from the east to the west, from the north to the south. That's why that candle's moving over there. Guy's not happy. He's disgusted, just like I am. Like he told me, you need to make the video, you need to get on there and do what I'm telling you to do. That's what I'm doing. I'm listening to what I'm being told, what I hear. Like I said, families, people of planet Earth, start taking care of your children. Start taking care of your teenagers. Start taking care of your wives, yourselves. All right? It doesn't really have no... sex trafficking really doesn't have no gender, you know what I mean? It doesn't. I've seen other videos with guys, you know, with all type of young boys, and then they got all these grown men having sex with these boys, you know. And they come out of there messed up, man, mentally. You know, some of them, I had saw them and it was like, they were telling them, come on, we're going to help you, you know. And no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go, I want to stay. Because, you know, they're messed up. They're messed up already. Like, they already sexually abused them so much, and they mentally messed them up in their brain, making them think, you know, that they love them and da-da-da-da. You know, they do all this stuff to these poor kids, man. And they end up messed up. They end up thinking that they have to be gay. And they're not even gay. But since they were kidnapped, sex trafficked, and that's what they've been using them like a rag doll over and over and over again, they think that they're gay, you know, and that's how they're going to be. But they don't have to be that way. And I'm telling you right here on this video, you do not have to stay that way. You are not what those demons, those evil people that kidnap you, you are not what they said you are. You are not what they made you do. You are you. Excuse me. You are you. And just know, you know, we as a humanity, we have to start helping each other, pitching in, and doing more. I'm not sure where how everything's gonna happen. I do know there's a lot of people from the United States. There's a lot of people in other countries too that they are trying, the best that they can. And yes, they do get, people out. Obviously, nobody's going to be able to do it all at one day. I mean, it's just so much of it happening in so many different countries. It's unbelievable. And it's so sickening, It makes me sick to my stomach. I get so aggravated on the topic. Because I used to be on the streets, but I put myself there for a reason, to see and to learn, and I was on drugs and making money. I was all in the streets, But that wasn't Chicago, Every country, every city, every state is different, But I used to look at a lot of the men, like these pimps, so wannabe pimps, because they weren't even no pimps. I don't know what they were. I shouldn't be laughing, but men that just felt like, oh, well, I'm going to act like I'm a pimp today, and then, I'm going to tell this girl, people that would try to go on the street and have the audacity to think that they're going to turn somebody out and that they're going to be their pimp and they're going to be the ones that sell them. How dare you? How dare you think that you're going to do some shit like that? People try to do that to me. I'm not going to even lie. There's a lot of men that did that to me. Tried, not did, because they never got the chance to. All right? And I wouldn't put up with it. But see, I had a lot of respect on the street because I gained that respect. So I had help everywhere. I had help in each corner. See, these people, they're being sex trafficked. And they're taken to a whole nother country. They're taken to a whole nother places. They don't even know where they're at. You know what I mean? Then if you ain't got the money, because the money they're making for these people, they're keeping it all. They ain't giving them nothing. They probably giving them a little food, a little, a little clothes here, a little clothes there, a little spot to sleep on the floor or whatever with a little mattress or something. But that's it, the bare minimum. You know what I mean? And it's sick. And it has to stop. And like I said, be ready, because this is the time that many of you that have hurt other people and humanity, like sex trafficking, and that's just a little, some of it. You people all know who you are out there in the world and what you've been doing. You better be ready, because you're going to pay for what you have done. There's nobody excluded, like I said. You could just be the driver transporting. You could be the one that feeds them. It could be the